time, General.
Come on inside.
A couple of days ago, a content creator named Gunz dropped a new video. Apparently, he's changed his faction, and he's talking about elk riders. Check this out.
What is going on, guys? Your boy Gunz here, and today I want to talk about the elk riders.
I thought Gunz was a mage main. What's going on? Apparently, he changed factions to Spring Wardens, and we need you to look into it.
So why don't you use...
Other content creator. What do you need me for?
Cause some damn fool accused you of being the best.
Gunz!
You son of a bitch! What's the matter?
COD partner program making you soft?
Huh? Had enough? Make it easy on yourself.
Darth.
Okay. Never did know when to quit, huh?
You don't know the power
Of gaming on the
dark side.
Hey everyone, how's it going? It's your boy Darth Shigong here from Gaming on the Dark Side, GOTDS. And as always, we got this coming at you with another video for Call of Dragons. And this is going to be another reaction video. Gunz put out a video talking about elk riders. And just like I did with Hulk's Den and talking about his video, I had to do a reaction to this one as well because Spring Wardens is my faction. I've been a Spring Warden for over 2 years now, and I love the faction. And to see these content creators coming out and starting to bring some attention to it is awesome. And Gunz' video is pretty good, so I definitely want to go over it. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to let it play, and I'm going to jump in and interject now and then to kind of talk about what he's talking about. And, you know, let you guys have your thoughts. So let's go ahead and get this ball rolling.
What is going on, guys? Your boy Gunz here, and today I want to talk about the elk riders. I don't think I've ever made a video. You know what? I think I did a long time ago. I can't fully remember, but the elk riders are 1,000% slept on. Okay, let me tell you guys this, okay? Some people don't really like the elk riders, but let me tell you, they probably just weren't using them right. So let me show you a little something, okay? Let me show you a little shum, okay? Boom. Boom. 124K merit report. Front lines, okay? Not going around killing AFK tank marches or, you know, killing little Timmy trying to capture his pets. Front lines report right here versus Rage, okay? And then you're going to notice something, okay? What kind of targets was I hitting? No way I was hitting tanks, right? No way. No way elk riders hit tanks. Let's check this out. Tanks. Calves, tanks, tanks, tanks. You guys see what I'm seeing here? And then the occasional range unit that I will catch off guard. So let me tell you guys something.
Now, before he goes into this next point here, I love how he has the reports. That's something that I totally forgot to do last season, and to make pictures of all my reports, because I got some killer reports of my Eagles. And this season is going to be probably more of the same. Awesome reports because of the way I play my Eagles. And I'll definitely be doing some filming of that so I can show you guys how to make it work to the best of my ability. Now, he's showing something really cool with elk riders. He's showing you guys the reports of him hitting tanks and calves. Most likely what he's doing is he's tagging them while they're stuck behind infantry trying to get to the front. Since he can hit from slightly further away, he's not taking direct damage from any of those units. He's able to hit them with the ranged part, and he only hits hit back with 50% counter attack, which is not going to do as much, obviously, right? So he's able to last longer and hit them longer and harder, which is great. And so that's what the report's kind of showing, at least from what I can tell, the way he's going to be describing this stuff. So let's keep on going.
The elk riders specialize in being one of the rattiest troop types out in the field. They hit like a truck. They're fast, and man, they can maneuver so well. So I'm gonna put up a video on the screen now of some Elk Rider gameplay. Okay, some of the things that you guys are gonna notice is kind of like the Elk Rider gameplay is you're pretty much like a cleanup crew. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of especially like front lines, like big open field. One of your main jobs is just cleaning up those tanks. As you guys know, a lot of top kingdoms love to blink infantry forward. You are essentially the cleanup crew. You are the angel that the teammates are asking for when you see those tanks start yeeting forward. Okay, so as soon as they start blinking forward, I'm kind of just talking with little gameplay in the background for you guys, so you guys can see, and then I'll show you guys some of my other reports that I got, like without any warlord class activated. So, but yeah, that's essentially what you're doing. And then here's the beauty of them, right? As soon as the enemy tanks are dead, guess who's front and center with cavalry to chase down those range units whenever you guys hit them with the counter bling play? Yep, that is 100% where you step in and you start eating. You pull out your fork, you take your favorite bowl out, and you go to town. All right? No napkin needed, my boy. Just smack on it. All right?
Very cool. I'm really stoked that he really hammered in that point of how he's using his Elk Riders. He brings up a great thing too, talking about the blink tanks. That's something that you're going to see in a lot of these top kingdoms and more advanced KVK teams. They are using that blink infantry, right? That's where the infantry has the blink artifacts. They're able to sit there and shoot forward into the enemy's territory as they're hitting in the front line, right? So they go right in the middle of their mage ball and they just start causing havoc. And that just really messes some people up. But if you have your Elk Riders, you're able to quickly zoom in on those guys and take them out. You're like a rapid response team, and you're able to go where you need to be in that mage ball or move around it to take out those blinking tanks. That was really cool. I'm glad he brought it up, and I'm really glad he had some video to kind of show how it's done. Like I said, guys, Elk Riders are pretty cool, especially if you've got the heroes to do it. You'll notice here as he kind of goes deeper in his video, he doesn't quite have the heroes yet, but that's because he's not exactly, an Elk Rider Cav main. And that's a totally different kind of gameplay, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Let's let him keep on doing his thing.
I'm telling you, okay, now, the main focus right now is Elk Riders, right? So, let me bring you guys back to me. Okay, so, Gunz, okay, what is the build, Gunz? I got you guys, come on now. Okay, so let me show you guys. Oh, yeah, check this out, a little sneak peek, a little Garwood moo here. Anyways, here's the build. I was running Lei Shanyan, or I just call him Lee, but now we have two Lees, so we call this guy the red guy. The other guy we call him, and then Quan, I call him the ginger. But anyways, I got a Lee Shan. You can see here my Lee is 551. The 551 configuration for this hero is absolutely amazing. That's what makes him such a good cavalry hero to invest in, because even at the 551 configuration, he's already doing really, really good. Okay. You can see the artifact that I have on here is a maxed out Lunaris. This thing is a beauty, let me tell ya. Absolute beauty. And then, of course, we got good old Naysky, Awakened, Naya, Awakened. Oh, they're both, Naya's Awakened and 6-star. They're both 6-starred. All right. Moving over to my pet, Mario's Rom. I named this pet after Mario's Rom because Mario is, in my opinion, one of the best Spring Warden players in the game. The guy literally does not sleep. He is hunting 24/7. So in honor of our boy Mario's Rom from TFS, just an absolute menace, man. I think he's at like 50-something million merits just flying around with chickens flapping on people.
If this guy is using eagles, I definitely gotta check him out. hopefully, if anyone knows that the guy's got a channel or he's got some gameplay on that dude, let me know. I'd love to see a dude that's getting 50 million merits with Eagles.
But anyways, here's the build that I'm running here. I like this build. I'm not gonna lie. I really do like this build. I was planning on 3-starring my Mozdrog guys, but then I'm like, bro, I'm not a freaking whale, man. You know, rally leading. I mean, I'll do some backup stuff, backup rally lead, backup garrison, you know, because of my heroes and whatnot. But I need to focus on my calves, man. Mages and calves need to be my baby, okay? With the miner and tanks. But this is the pet that I'm running. This is the build that I recommend. So I will be 3-starring this, making this look beautiful. I will also be bringing the intense fierce attack to 3-star soon. And then the rest are a little out of my budget at the moment, but that is the pet that I'm running. Okay, now for the talent tree. Okay, here is the talent tree that I am running. Server maintenance in progress. Oh no, it's spamming. But anyways, here is the build that I'm running. You might be wondering, Gunz, why did you not pick perfect ferocity? The reason why I didn't pick perfect ferocity is because Lee and Naya already have synergy with the Lunaris, and I'll show you guys after this. So this is the build that I have here. This is kind of like a brawler setup. You could run the Naya primary, but I'm just showing you guys what I ran when I got that report. Okay, so this is the build that I recommend whenever you have Lee primary. Naya primary will also work if you're gonna go for a more speed build. Just to get out, just to run away from like situations and whatnot, you know, especially if you want to run and kind of hunt with the blink and everything. So this is the build that I'm running. Okay, let me show you guys some of the other reports without the Warlord class. Okay, so starting from the top, you got our Emrys Bakshi. All right, we got our Emrys Bakshi here. I think this one had like a little bit of Warlord, but like not like that much. I think I was running out of my healing. But as you can see here, it's like a 3 or 4. But this is front lines, guys. Once again, you can see here. Look at this. Calves, infantry, calves. The Elk Riders, in my opinion, are the masters of the brawler scenario, okay? Because as all the calves are diving in head first and the tanks are diving in head first, you are essentially, this is the way that I like to say the Elk Riders are, okay? The Elk Riders are the range units of the melee world. I think when I put it that way, you guys are gonna be like, yeah, I could definitely see that, right?
I have to agree with him. It's an interesting way of saying that, right? The ranged melee units, basically, because they are. They are in this really unique position where they're technically melee, but they're also technically ranged because they fight in that near place, and they're able to move so quickly. They are really, really cool, but you have to keep in mind that they're not regular cavalry. Right, so you can't throw yourself into situations that you would with normal cavalry, especially when you don't have the heroes to pull that kind of stuff off. You really want to take advantage of their speed and maneuverability. That's what's going to give you the best reports you're going to get, is being able to move so quickly. I don't have enough Elk Riders to be able to run multiple marches because I'm so focused on Eagles. Otherwise, I would totally try this out and show you guys more, because with my one Elk Rider march, I can do quite a bit of stuff. But since I primarily focus on Eagles, that's not where I'm at. Hopefully, maybe some other Spring Warden players that have a ton of cavalry units, like Elk Rider units, they can probably show some 5 bomb play with that. That'd be great. Or maybe a whale that just feels like doing it. That'd be awesome too, guys. But yes, what he's saying right there is pretty cool. It's a really interesting point, and I hope you guys caught it, because it really sprung out at me.
So, yeah. And yeah, so I mean, like I said, while everyone's freaking head bonging, you're just chilling back, just on top of that. People sleep on the Elk Riders, and I'll show you guys the skill that kind of goes crazy, especially when you get the opportunity to hit range units. Now, listen, this is harder to play than archers, and I know some of you guys think archers are very difficult to play with. They take a lot of patience, man. Elk Riders are the same thing. It takes a very patient player to be able to just pick off targets of opportunity and be able to push onto the enemy when the opportunity presents itself. Your timing needs to be impeccable. You need to be ready, because if you're too late, you know, you might miss that opportunity to get some skills off or get some artifacts off on those range units. Like right here, when you hit range units, oh my goodness. So anyways, you see the Emrys there. You see my my Tobin Urag here, almost a 4.0 KD. Once again, you guys can see the units, calves, infantry. So you guys can see that, you know what I'm saying? So this is the freaking Urag's emo cousin and Magro.
Oh, I had to pop in here. Did you guys see how quickly those merits went down from the other two legions he was showing? Because the other marches had double cavalry heroes. Now, cavalry heroes are in that near range, right? They're not melee. They're not full on like archer ranged and all that stuff. There's that in between. And so they're able to pull off their rage skills. But when you put in a Magro as one of your partners, his rage skill will not hit anybody, right? It won't connect because you're too far away, unless the enemy is all up in your Kool-Aid, right? And they're definitely hitting you and you guys are up close, then it would go off, but then you're already in a bad place because now you're getting killed because you're not meant to be taking hits upside your skull. So you can see it right here. That just goes down. The only thing I think he probably put Magro on there because he needed to put something on there. But he really probably should be using one of the overall heroes, right? An Ileana, a Bahorn, something like that allows you to attack from any range. Those heroes would have been way more beneficial because their rage skills would have been going off. Anyways, let's keep on going.
You know, it didn't do the greatest. However, like, it's just like a support march, right? You're bruising. You're also, you know, hopefully getting lucky and getting that defense break on there. I think I could have ran somebody else here instead of him, but we'll see. I'll show you guys kind of the who else was I running here? Oh yeah, sorry, right here. And then I got my Moo Theodore. Yes, guys, yes. If I had Ferrando, I would do Moo, Magro, Ferrando, Theodore, but I don't have Ferrando, so we're kind of working with what we have here. Okay, so you can see here on the Moo Theodore, a little bit under a 2.0. Okay, so as you guys know, like Theodore is a little you know what I mean? You could even do a Moo Ferrando would do even better than a Moo Theodore, but you got to work with what you got, right, guys? So this is exactly what I'm doing. And I know a lot of you guys have Moo, so Moo works really well. Okay, and then over here, same thing with him, almost like a 3.0 again. So this is the reason why I'm going for the 3-star on the Linnea. Yeah, it's just been performing really well. I mean, don't get me wrong, my Urag Tobin are really good also. But I might just throw on my 3-star Moonbear that I have on them for Tobin Urag, but we'll see. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much the setup. The other thing too with Spring Warden, you do get that extra % march speed. You do get the flying chickens. Okay, when you have the flying chickens, you can kind of go around and hunt people down, man. The flying chickens, I don't have my proper setup.
Uh-oh. I'm definitely going to have to help Gunz out putting together some better flying marches. But then again, it's going to be tough. If he doesn't have Ferrandel, then you really don't have the single flying cavalry hero that you need for flying calves. And that's kind of the big point that I'll have to get into in a little bit more about heroes and playing a different faction. But let's let them keep on going.
All right, you can see by the, you know, they're super slow, but they're amazing. They're amazing, and they're really fun to use when you're hunting. Granted, my heroes aren't the greatest, so when I pull them out, I'm just kind of having fun. You might be wondering, Gunz, why did you switch to Spring Warden? Now that we're towards the back end, if you made it this far into the video, I'm not telling you guys if you're a mage main to switch to Spring Wardens. Like everyone switched to Spring Warden. That's not what I'm saying, guys. What I'm trying to say is that this is another way, especially for you mage mains, if you want more calves. All right, if calves a necessity and you have some decent pets or heroes, you could switch to Spring Warden and get essentially double the calves. Okay, so that is one of the main reasons why, and you can imagine where else that is very, very, very beneficial. So That, and you know, sometimes it's cool. Like when I started playing Spring Wardens, I've used them in the past, kind of just running around and hunting, but I've never really played with them front lines like this. But you know, now that you guys saw that clip of how, you know, I was kind of using them, yeah, I mean, it was a good time. Um, on top of that, the tree trunks, when the tree trunks run out, oh my God, let's see, look at this. Oh, I don't even have it. Do I even have a tank set up? I don't even have a tank set up anymore. But yeah, anyways, the tanks come out with like freaking tree trunks. Look at these things. They look like proper tanks, guys. They look like proper tanks, dude. Especially when you do an unyielding rush with these. Watch. Or sorry, a berserker charge. They look hilarious. Whoa, like nah, bro, it's GG. You out. You gotta get out of there. But anyways, guys, I showed you guys the talent, the artifact, the pet, the combo, how you need to use them. Okay, so I don't think I was live streaming that night. I think that night I was just doing a video and I was like, screw it, let me just do a video real quick. So, but yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Something new for you guys, something that can give you guys a different insight into the Elk Riders. Now, with that being said, they are the best hunting setup in the game. How, you know, because like I just showed you guys, they specialize on killing tanks. Legit. Like if a tank is just sitting there, the Elk Rider will eat that thing. And if the enemy has some keep set up, they also eat those keeps alive. Like they're just amazing, man, honestly. Especially like you're running around with a Nea. Most people play in dot mode. People don't even see you. Like by the time they notice that you're dead, like, oh my God. I've been having so much fun. Will I stay Spring Warden forever? No, because I am a mage main. And you know, I do prefer the human cavalry, even though the Elk Riders do have their place on the battlefield. Okay, I do prefer running the humans. Okay, especially because of the Celestials. They're just, you know, big open field. I mean, that's where I have a lot of my good pets and everything like that. So, anyways, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video. It definitely helps us out a ton. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that sub button, turn on the bell notification, lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video, guys. Until next time, it's your boy Gunz, and I'm out. Peace.
And there you go. That's Gunz's video. Very well done. I'm going to talk a little bit about the back end of his video here because he brings up a great point talking about switching to a Spring Warden and how it's not necessarily going to be beneficial if you're focusing on a different kind of gameplay. If you're a mage main, Spring Warden's not going to really be your thing. Not saying that it's impossible to do. I mean, you could do it, but you'll get much more benefit, obviously, from being in a League of Order or something like that. If you're an Archer main or a Cav main, my suggestion would be Wildeburg, right? Now, he does say, hey, you get double calves with Spring Wardens, and technically you can run around with Eagles as your cavalry on the ground, but they do have some different stats, and that's something we'll have to get into some other video to kind of make that compare and contrast if that's something you're thinking about. But like I said, they're more, in my last video I mentioned it, they're a jack of all trades, master of none. They specialize in being everywhere and to be able to do a lot of different things, but that requires a special kind of gameplay, and that's the other point that, you know, Gunz kind of alluded to, but he didn't keep on going. I wish he'd have gone a little deeper, is the fact that when you switch factions in this game, it's not just a switch of of characters, right? It's not just a switch of the pixels on the screen you're seeing. You're actually switching how you got to play the game. Spring Wardens play completely different from Wildeburg and League of Order, right? And technically, you can even say those two factions play differently than each other too. But Spring Wardens are really going to define that. They're really out there compared to the other two. And you have to make sure you go into it with an open mind. That also means you have to go into it knowing what kind of army you've already built for yourself. If you have predominantly cavalry or infantry or mages or even archers, going to Spring Warden, all of a sudden, you're going to be kind of behind the 8 ball because you won't have a lot of Elk Riders and you're not going to have a lot of Eagles, right? And same thing for me. I have a ton of Eagles. If all of a sudden I switch to anything else, if I went to Wildeburg, I'd be flying around with a ton of freaking Wyvern Riders, right? I wouldn't have a lot of anything else. So my account's set up a certain way. The artifacts that I've invested into are set up a certain way. The heroes are set up a certain way. He doesn't have Ferondel, right? To me, that's like, how the heck is that even possible? But then again, he's a mage main in a completely different faction. Why should he have Ferondel maxed out or even have it at all? He doesn't need him, right? But now he's trying this out. He would benefit from it. But unless you're the whale of all whales, right, and you're able to get all the heroes, max everyone out, have all the artifacts maxed out with exemplars, you're able to hop back and forth whatever faction you want, more power to you. But for regular players, even, you know, some players that spend some money, and definitely free-to-play players, you got to really concentrate on one thing. Make a decision of what kind of player you want to be, right? How your gameplay is. Then you pick that faction that's going to fit that. You pick the heroes and artifacts that's going to fit your play style. Don't be so concerned of what the current meta is, because that's going to change, right? That'll change over time. There'll be a new meta coming out, different heroes. Don't just, you know what, I'm going to focus on what I'm going to focus on. Me, I'm focusing on flying. Right now, you can't have 5 flying legions. It just doesn't happen, right? I mean, you could do it with half legions, but not 5 full legions. And that's obviously a problem. But I'm betting, right? I'm hedging my bets, saying one day there's going to be enough flying cavalry heroes to make 5 full T5 badass legions for flying. That's going to be a long time from now. But when it does happen, I'll be ready to go. Of course, the whales will be able to jump right into it and do it too. But everyone else that might be thinking about it will be way behind the 8 ball, right? Because I've invested a long time ago. It's like buying Bitcoin when it was freaking 50 cents, right? And you're like, oh, whatever, this freaking digital currency, I don't need that. And now it's like, what, $110,000, 100, whatever it is. I mean, it's freaking insane. Not saying I have any Bitcoin, but it's just my analogy that I'm using. So keep that in mind, guys. This video from Gunz, light years ahead of a lot of other videos I've seen when people switch factions. He didn't bash the Spring Wardens. He had his legitimate talking points and all that stuff, which was great. And he talked about the good things and kind of brought that up. He's experimenting. He's enjoying himself. He's playing the game. And that's great, because there's definitely some people that play Spring Wardens and they love it. There's definitely people that don't like Spring Wardens at all, and that's fine. It's just not your game style. All right, guys. So Gunz, great video. Thanks, dude, for letting me come in here and do a reaction to it and all that stuff. I hope you like it. Hope you liked the intro. Welcome to my world. I do lots of funny intros for my videos. So if you like that kind of stuff, guys, well, hey, definitely subscribe to my channel, because I try my best to do that kind of stuff and make funny intros. So anyways, guys, that's it for now. I got to get out of here. It's brink of war. I got to do some stuff getting ready for this KVK that's going to be starting soon. Plus, we have the Roots League. A whole bunch of stuff's going on. So thanks so much for taking the time to be here with me. And yeah, that's it for this video. So thanks a lot, guys. I'm your boy Darshigong, and I hope to see you guys playing the game. But until we meet again, I hope to catch all of you gaming on the dark side.
Just tell me what you want, what you need, what you see, what you wanna be. Tell me everything, think it into being. That's how dreams become the real thing. I'm out of the thinking, about it to sinking, yeah.